Yes, but people now on a day, now on a guy, a boss, and we don't turn down for here for another live stream like this. Another live program where we can talk about waiting they happen for inside the football lifestyle and at the Premier League. Mata Carriers come here and I did with a very evangelistic person. Wait and die here to follow me, somehow on all the fact and oh yeah, when it comes to the football matter, what we want to talk about. I did with Mike Way. Okay, Mike Way, how body, my brother, how your side?
Body day, everywhere good. The transfer window they hot.
Will
As
not
league
be
does start,
nice.
every club they ginger normally. So it's a very good one. I did very happy to to join the live today and join this show today.
Yeah, so my brother, me too. My body they do me cool. My body still they sweet me up on how hard Arsenal take hijack that Eberechi is a deal. When Tottenham fans think say they don't reach the promised land, now dear Arsenal take pass backyard door take collect Eberechi Eze because this is the one player where me personally I be done they talk on different platform talk say this guy go bring creativity, go bring flair, go bring a lot of things where the Arsenal midfield, the Arsenal left wing, the lack. So this signing of of Eberechi Eze now one way sweet my body. And since I hear that news, Mike, my body just they sweet me, they sweet me. And I know saying that so many other Arsenal fans body they sweet them. But if you just join us, you're welcome for this live. I want to talk about the Premier League games where they go play during this weekend and other matters arising, other matter than when we say they happen for inside the football lifestyle when it comes to transfer news and all that. But Mike, first, before we go into this weekend games, the weekend fixtures, how you see how Arsenal take do that maneuver, take chance Tottenham Hotspur come up for front first position to win Eze, come collect the player for their hand. How you see the maneuver quickly before we go into the main cocoa we carry us come here today?
The thing is for every action there's an opposite reaction. The thing is Arsenal, they know say this season where they go into like this, it will be very risky based on the fact say they also need squad depth, but injuries will come. And it's good saying at the best time when the injury come be this with Kai Havertz. Because if not be that Kai Havertz injury, Arsenal for overlook this deal, say may they know where they're still run on like that. But as it be, Arsenal can see and say, well, we have to do something and we have to do it quick. The best style of actually securing a deal in less than 24 hours. Now, if one club don't agree with that club already, they don't already know the amounts where they won't pay. They don't already know the salary. They don't already know everything. No time to come. They say, I will give you this one, you go collect. I will pay this one, you go collect. No, there's no time for all of that. You don't already know what's in the other party don't offer, where they don't accept already. They just need to finalize the many details. That is the easier deal to do. What you have to do there is just go there and top it up. That's all. If you don't top it up, because first of all, say the player wants you. First of all, say the player understands. The player, first of all, is an Arsenal fan. You understand? He wants to play for wants to play for Arsenal. He has always been an Arsenal fan. In fact, he played for Arsenal Academy until 13 years, right? If I'm not mistaken, before he can go Crystal Palace. So definitely, he understands. Say this is a one-time opportunity, and I have to grab it with both hands. Also, Tottenham will be Tottenham. Tottenham Hotspur will be Tottenham Hotspur. When I mean Tottenham Hotspur, this is a club that bottles game. This is a club that bottles league. No, not league, sorry. This is a club that bottles game. This is a club that bottles transfer as well. Because how you were the only one in the pole position to sign Eze for a very long time. Arsenal have no even reason them again. They feel like no worry, they go rugged the league like that and all of that because Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus still there as a third choice striker. They still get some kind of player where they still follow up with. But at the end of the day, they say this Kai Havertz injury, we don't know because knee injury no be something where they rush. Knee injury needs to take time to heal, and you might go back also. Other players can get injured. Eberechi Eze is a kind of player that is versatile. Eberechi Eze is a kind of player that can play across the front line. Eberechi Eze is a player that has so much spark in creativity. Eberechi Eze is a player who say if you played something out of nothing. Eberechi Eze is a player who say if you play for the left wing, he will deliver. Right wing, he will deliver. In the middle, he will deliver. You can play him as a number 8. He will also do well because most of the time, Crystal Palace they keep low block. So he understands that defensive quality. He understands that defensive ability for him to play as a number 8 as well, as well as going forward. So this is one of the best deal Arsenal has done in a very, very long time. And trust me, Arsenal chances of winning the Premier League at this point, it has skyrocketed. It don't go up, because trust me, because coming into last season, Arsenal suffered a lot when it comes to injury problems. Last season, Arsenal suffered a lot when it comes to squad depth. Last season, Arsenal suffered a lot when it comes to players being out of form. Odegaard last season was out of form most of the time. Partey last season was out with injury. Gabriel Martinelli was out through injury. Martinelli was not delivering at some point. It was off form. Trossard can't even start. Trossard will be bench player, can't even start sometime. So all those kind of things, plays into the season. And at that point, if you do something, and that's what I love about Bata coming into this team. Bata don't understand Arsenal problem last season. Bata has, been as an Atletico Madrid sporting director, he don't win league there. He understands what it means to win the league and how to fight against the big guns like the Barcelona and like the Real Madrid. So that is not an easy feat. And Arsenal has been very close and very close and very close in the last couple of seasons. It takes few things, to get over the line. And for me, Arsenal needs that squad depth, which they are getting this season. Arsenal needs that quality in squad depth, not just squad depth, quality in squad depth. When one player is out, quality for quality comes in. If this player is off form, this player can, execute matches. This player can do something. This player can, that kind of thing. So if all of that they available, Arsenal can make a step forward. Also, mentality change for Arsenal, because it's not about starting well. During the course of the season, when injury comes, when loss of form comes, when those delicate, important moments of February, March, April, and May. No, March, April, and May. Now the time where Arsenal the falter be that. Now the time where things they actually change for Arsenal. Arsenal, if you don't get very close to the top, at that time they will just fall. So those periods, you need those squad depth. Those periods, you need quality. Those periods, you need mentality change. Those periods, you need a whole lot to get over the line. Now, wait till help Liverpool, and wait till they help Manchester City. They might not start well, but on the long run, they deliver. And that is it about football. And Arsenal fans, I'm wishing you guys the best, because this season is going to be a very, very tough one, because not the only Arsenal they sign. Other clubs, they sign. Manchester City, they sign. Liverpool, they sign. Man United, they sign. Chelsea are signing, and they are signing well as well. So it's not going to be an easy one for Arsenal fans, but this is a very quality player, and this can change Arsenal's season.
Very good one from you, Oga Mike. Hopefully, we don't get Oga Elder back while you talk all those things where you drop all the fat and oil where you drop. Oga Elder join us. Oga Elder, I greet you, my brother. How about the?
I salute everybody. I greet.
Hope say everywhere good for your side.
We try.
Andre Onana say make I greet you. So why you they join us too? Ogatosin, shout out to you, Ogatosin. How about you? Hope say your week go well, and hopefully you get a fantastic weekend too. Talking about goalkeepers now. Today, Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim talk say Onana dey okay. Say Onana dey trading, say everywhere good. Say last them go still decide, because immediately after this stream, you understand, I want to ask Manchester United fans for a special video. Say now when Onana don't come back, we see how Bayinda perform against Arsenal. Yes, he gets shaking movement, but it's also still go enter the game. And Manchester United still get another goalkeeper. Now, how the goalkeeping situation will be against Fulham? Just give us your thoughts real quick before we go into the Chelsea West Ham game. We go happen. I think in about 1 hour, 30 minutes from now, that game will start. We'll get your thoughts about Manchester United goalkeeping situation going into that game with Fulham.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Baba.
Body language on Amorim body language last week gave out a lot of things. You get last week here, Onana was fit to play. Because Amorim talk and say Onana was fit to play last week. Amorim don't talk and say he no get first 11, and it was say he reads the game, the dynamics of the game, and that is where he draws up his team sheet. And if you look by India, aside from that mistake, we caused that goal. By India was exceptional when it comes to putting passes across the midfield to locate his players. You know, the formation where Amorim play had to be a formation we could drag Arsenal forwards, come closer. Then by India will get opportunity to fit locate somebody in the midfield across those press we Arsenal don't create. So, and he did that perfectly well. And if the few times we then call him up, he wasn't jittery. I did not see him jittery. He picked up the balls with a lot of confidence. And if you put him down now, play Onana now, Onana is just coming back. Onana never play match. You want replace, you want carry somebody we don't play, we play the preseason, then also play the first game of the season, then you walk or carry and come put him for bench, come play Onana, we just they come back from hamstring injury. I know look, I'm saying, I know they see Ruben Amorim as person where they we get favoritism or where they do favoritism for team. So I know they see Onana starting the game. That's for me. I don't they see Onana starting the game. Ruben Amorim talking well when I say preseason na preseason, game na game. And in the game, you have to choose players who don't make you trust them over time to be able to play in a game. Now, right now, before I come this live now, there was this thing not come aside. Manchester United is advancing in talks to sign Lamens. Yeah,
yes.
They are advancing in talks. They have agreed personal terms with him. They are advancing in talks with Royal Antwerp. See, all the body language they show say, you sure say Onana and this guy they in good terms. The whole distance, they give that idea, say, is this not it now against Fulham? We will know actually if this guy, if Onana don't fall out of favor from Ruben Amorim, we will know all of these things. But you know, analyzing it and looking at it, this guy is just coming back from injury. Altai Bendia has been there, he's been keeping, and he has kept in the first game of the season. Who knows if Onana did there, will commit his own howler. Who knows if Onana did there, will commit his own abomination. So I know go talk say when they can't replace on Altai by India, put Onana. And when I know say two of them, I'm not sure say anyone better pass each other. I'm not sure. I'm not sure so Onana better pass by India because if you want to tell me so Onana better pass by India never they play games now. Watch the game against Arsenal where by India play last season for FA Cup. Watch the game against Arsenal where he played this now. Now, if you look at a lot of parameters, you know go come out Onana call the play, you know come out by India call the play Onana. Like this Onana just they come from injury, right? Look at for football. Let's look at it. More carry and go football aside. Sure, you go carry somebody where even other as we take Charles Benjamin Sesko reach. Benjamin Sesko starts match. No, because according to Ruben Amorim, he never trained with the group. He never understand in role. He never understand what he want make he do. So even bringing Benjamin Sesko in that day was just for Benjamin Sesko to get match time. So make we carry and go back to Onana. Some of the things where they make players first, now be this. I don't dare they play match since with you. You they call me up at the perform. We go. And now Onana just come back from injury. At least even if Onana go enter, no be against Fulham. Right? So I look the goalkeeping situation like say, if Altai Bendia continue to play, I go look like say it is a tactical decision from the coach. But then if Altai Bendia play third match, I go begin look whether I don't get problem with Onana because right now we are in the market. We are going for that elements. And before I just come online, Ben Jacobs just post time saying Manchester United is advancing in talks. So I just look and say, both I see, okay, may I make you laugh, eh? It's not like Altai Bendia is not reliable. We never use them. We never really use them. Imagine all the whole blunder way Onana caused, we still they use them. Imagine say Onana, that Europa League final, Onana stood his feet and held the ball. She Tottenham for win that game. So the thing be say, Onana don't commit in your own sins. So there is no justifiable reason to remove Altai by India completely Onana. There is no justifiable reason. So I just leave it like that. Few say, okay, because the coach said no rule him out. The coach say you go only know who go play on that day. So he's not giving out too much information, but then he's still letting people know that Onana is not guaranteed to be starting on that day.
Okay. Nice one from you, Oga Elder. Make we go into the weekend fixtures. We don't touch some matters arising, so kind of things where they happen for inside the football lifestyle. Chelsea go face West Ham. Oga Mike, we know that Chelsea no start the season high flying, but at the end of the day, they no also start the season with a defeat. They play Crystal Palace team where we know say that they high on confidence after winning the Community Shield against the Premier League champions, and that match end for draw soup. Some people don't talk, say, that activity, the extra activity where Chelsea do while other teams they rest, maybe to go play the FIFA Club World Cup, while some other teams will not make the rest, the teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, them, Manchester United, them, the rest, they like say all those ones, fatigue, all those factors affect Chelsea. But going into this game now, after what you see from the first game, okay, Mike, what do you expect from your team against West Ham today? Some people don't they bash this West Ham team. Some people don't they talk say this West Ham team na potential relegation team this season. How do they expect your team to handle this match, okay, Mike?
The thing why they expect now one word reaction. All right. The first match no go as planned. The first match hits Chelsea as a shock because everybody expects Chelsea to win that game. But not take anything away from Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, they are a very, very good side. They are very, very good defensively. They are very compact. Now the team will defeat Manchester City to win the FA Cup.
FA Cup, sorry.
They kept a low block for more than 70 minutes of that game. The whole Manchester City squad could not break that thing. Also, this is not the same thing where beat Liverpool win the Community Shield 2 weeks ago. So when it comes to winning mentality, they get them. Their coach now one of the most underrated coach in the league. Very, very good coach. That being said about Crystal Palace, let me not go too much about that game. It's past. Now, concerning this West Ham game, West Ham in the transfer window has been dormant. West Ham in this transfer window, they be like team where just come from championship because others they sign. I don't know what they do. I know sure say they don't sign more than 2-3 players, and you've lost your best player in Mohamed Kudus. That is a very, very huge loss for them. And most of their players are not in form. Most of their players they don't have enough quality in depth currently and also form to hurt Chelsea. I think this is going to be a walkover for Chelsea. And I know, yes, no be every team for Premier League, no be team where you go just want to, overlook and underrate. But trust me, this West Ham team, with the way they started against Sunderland defeat Sunderland defeat West Ham 3-0. That is not an easy feat for a team that just come from the relegation. I've always said it. Anybody when they watch my videos know I always rate Sunderland. I go through all their transfers. I know what they design. They design experience, Premier League experience as well as players who don't test high level of football, where get maturity. So you expect them to hurt West Ham. But you see this West Ham team, they don't have that spine currently in the team that can hurt Chelsea, whether in midfield, whether in attack. The only thing that Chelsea might make a mistake for to concede today is if they give useless set piece, and James Ward-Prowse is there to hurt Chelsea with set piece. But that being said, for this Chelsea team, there's quality. The player like Gittins is just coming to the Premier League, and the first game you met a low block. So that alone go hurt in confidence. But going into this game, I expect him to come out and play in normal style of football. I expect him to come because West Ham go push out normally because they are playing at home. They have nothing to lose. This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. This is just the first home game for them. So they have to come out and play because they lost their first game and they also want to pick up a point or also want to win. So that being said, Chelsea would the players like Palmer, Delap or whoever is going to start, João Pedro, this is an opportunity for you to pick up your first goal or pick up your, be in the score sheet. Chelsea have more than enough quality to defeat this West Ham team, even more goals than expected. Chelsea are a wounded lion. Everybody expect them to win the first match. Chelsea drew that first match. They want to start and they want to start well. They want to start with the 3 points going into this season, and they want to start being up there in the league, not dropping points in the first and second match, because questions go there for world champions, for for club when those win the World Club World Cup, for clubs where everybody they look as title contenders also. So it's gonna be a very very easy one. Not really easy, but trust me, Chelsea will win this, and I'm predicting. I don't know whether make I talk the goals, but Chelsea go winner. I know the hear you again.
My mic we did disconnected. I hope so now they hear me now. So, but
Yeah,
okay, what to be your thoughts for that game, going into that game? You agree with most of the things where Oga Mike don't talk with respect to what they expect from his team, and also, you know, in consent with this West Ham team?
I agree with a lot of things when talk about the Chelsea going into this game.
Yeah.
Chelsea now they be world champions right now. If you don't watch some of my videos, I already said I did tip Chelsea to win the league this season because of the kind of mentality we don't do inside the club now. With a lot of Manchester United fans bash me, but then see, football no be emotional something. Football there on paper, statistics. You go look what it don't happen, what the team don't do. Because if you look at Chelsea win the Europa Conference League, they went ahead beating the best team in Europe to win as the world champions. This team, that team where don't they play their style already, and they don't understand what it takes for them to win. Right now, going into the game against Crystal Palace, I just knew that it was not going to be an easy game for Chelsea because Crystal Palace is coming off the back of beating Liverpool to leave the Community Shield. You go easy for you to beat such a team, right? And Chelsea getting a draw, I felt it was a fair one. Yes, considering all of the things which Chelsea don't go through during the break, they were all over the world playing different competitions, yeah, and now they don't come back. So that fatigue will set in. But as I know Maresca is a very tactical coach. If Chelsea go win today's game, he know they on the players. He dey on how hyped Maresca go hype in players, on how he go take boost the morale of his players to go out there and perform. Because if he talk for quality, Chelsea has the quality to beat any team in the Prem. Any team, Chelsea get the quality. So I look and say Chelsea no go really get them really no go too hard for Chelsea, even though West Ham will be looking at getting a reaction from the last game, trying to make a statement. But I look at Chelsea and I know they see anything will cause problem too much for Chelsea in the game. So I think Chelsea would have it. Yeah, it would be a Chelsea's day. Yeah.
I totally agree with your point, Oga Elder, and also with the one when Oga Mike don't make with respect to this Chelsea West Ham game. Because like Mike talk, me also they expect a reaction from this Chelsea team. You also hit the nail on the head, Oga Elder, when you be talk about the quality with this Chelsea team. Chelsea gets a lot of quality players, and even myself, I wonder why some players they go sign for Chelsea. When you look the quality where they already did there, and they ask whether they ask the Chelsea agents, they ask the people when they bring this discussion with them, say, waiting me my pathway, how I go take break enter this Chelsea team. Because when you look each positions, I think the only few positions you go look, so okay, I get better chances. But if you look the number 10 position, for example, he choke. If you look the defensive midfield position, he choke. You look the box-to-box midfield, he choke. Look the wings, he choke. So when I see certain players, they want to see they go Chelsea, and they ask whether all these players know they ask question, because this Chelsea team is then loaded in terms of quality. And for me,
maybe because I think maybe they play Europe, they play Champions League, right?
Of course not.
Maybe
yes, they did Champions League, yes.
Maybe because of all of that. Like coach will tell you now, say you will always have your chance because there are a lot of games during the season. The Champions League is there, the Carabao Cup is there, they have the FA Cup, a lot of games to play. So maybe now waiting that they tell them, say you must always have your chance.
True. And for me, for this West Ham game, I think say Chelsea need to free up Cole Palmer and let Palmer play, because from when Chelsea signed Palmer, I personally like the player. I like players when I dey enjoy the watch. Players wey be say they play with flair. Players wey want their freedom to express themselves. I dey always dey want now that kind those ones join why me I dey support Arsenal. Why I dey attracted to the club from the start because of the style of football when they play back years back. How I see the team, they dominate teams for pitch. They get players where they play with flair. And for me, I think Palmer are the kind of player where me I go like for my club because na player where say it go give you excitement when the ball deal with them. And one of the reasons why Chelsea find them very difficult against Crystal Palace now because Crystal Palace make sure say they don't give Palace time on Palmer time on the ball. They don't give them chance to create. They make sure say they cut out the supply lines when they give the ball to Palmer. So Chelsea need to free up Palmer for this game and get Palmer on the ball. And the likes of Pedro Neto, another Chelsea player who I don't like him just when he did Wolves. My only concern with Pedro Neto then now in injury problems. And so far for Chelsea, Chelsea medical people with the way that they rotate him, manage him, he has been fit most time of the game for Chelsea. So I think Pedro Neto also need to showcase himself for this game. And the likes of Joao Pedro too. Joao Pedro is not new to the league. Get the excuse with the likes of Jamie Gittin get. This now him own thumping ground. This now where he don't play for the last couple of years. Now player, why don't they follow him development all the way when they come from what's it called? Brentford? No, Watford. When he did Watford with the likes of them Troy Deeney, them also play with the likes of Odion Igalo. Eventually, I think he did that when Igalo did now too. He never moved there now.
Nah.
But before Brighton can snap him, we know say Brighton they like to get them young. But I think Joao Pedro, this game where I think that Joao Pedro supposed go out there to enjoy himself. And Chelsea also get a boost with the return of Tosin. Tosin don't come back and Tosin they fit. And I hope say Tosin will start. And one player away, many of us they put time for say, okay, maybe the Super Eagles of Nigeria if collect this one from the Three Lions. And because we actually need defenders, we actually need people when they play for in position. Because if we look, our skipper now on the age, we need some defenders who will also come in to help him. And we know say qualifiers also, they far for the Super Eagles. So I think this is the game where they expect Chelsea to dominate. And they expect Chelsea, to use them as a bouncing board. Use them take bounce back after the draw from the first game and begin the build now. Because like Oga Mike talk, I think now you Oga Eda the talk say you expect Chelsea to challenge for the title. And me, with 20 Chelsea play for the Club World Cup, Chelsea show us say they fit match all the top teams pound for pound on their day. They can come out on top. We even see on last season when they play Manchester City. I think Manchester City that game will end 3-3 or so. We see how Chelsea attack for attack with Manchester City. So I hope say Chelsea go actually show the stuff where they made of, because in terms of quality, Chelsea gets a lot of exciting player. And the young center back from Chelsea, George Achimpong, for me, that Chelsea last game, I mean, my man of the match, that boy really impressed me with how he grew into the game. Because at first, Mateta, that one we know say na beast before, na bully.
So,
was
sorry to cut you short. Chelsea first 11. Sanchez will be starting. Malo Gusto will be starting ahead of Reece James. Tosin will be starting as well. Chaloba, Cucurella, Caicedo, Enzo, Palma, Neto, Pedro, and Delap. Pedro Neto and Delap. So I think with this Chelsea lineup, why they see so, I think Pedro Neto will start from the wings. With this Chelsea lineup, why they see so, Delap will be the number 9, will be the starter. Neto also start as well. Palma is also starting as well. Enzo, Caicedo is there. Tosin is starting as well. Malo Gusto is starting. Cucurella is starting. And Chaloba. So this is a very, very strong lineup for Chelsea. This lineup is capable of hurting any team in the Premier League. And Chelsea has to go into this game knowing fully well that out of 3 points, they didn't pick up all 3 points in the first game. They picked up just 1 point. And Chelsea has to do everything possible to come back into this game and come back into this West Ham game and pick up all 3 points. I don't see West Ham versus Chelsea. I don't see West Ham versus Chelsea at all.
No be lie. Very good one from you, my brother Mike. And the attacking the lineup also, in my opinion, like you don't talk, Mike. that lineup now a very attack-minded lineup. It shows what Maresca they won't try to say. He won't attack from the get-go, you know. He won't show say yes, I'll be the better side. And hopefully we go see a game filled with goals, because I think maybe Chelsea will score up to 2 to 3 goals in my opinion. But I think I predict Chelsea to get a comfortable win for this game. So, but Ogato Sin also they talk another thing, talk say him really like how George Ashimpong take perform, saying prefer for that center back position. Yes, I think one of the things where impressed me about this boy and why I think saying go thrive under a coach like Maresca, now the fact say he did very good with the ball for him feet. And I think this is the one area where we're not seeing some of the senior center backs, the likes of them, Disasi them, struggle to play for this Enzo Maresca system. They know they're good with the ball on their feet. And with the fact, say, George, you know, I think in education now for right back, I be Oga Mike. I think in education now as a right back. So when they push up infield, that's that right back, that full back quality they show for in game in terms of the quality of passes when in the pass as a center back.
He had enough time. Now he make the most passes in that game that day. So he had enough time to pick out his passes. So he was very good in that game, Josh Ashington against Crystal Palace.
True, very, very good one. And me, I think say just maybe Chelsea don't get another gem in terms of that defensive position, because if you look the number of players where the Chelsea Academy don't produce, where the Chelsea youth team don't produce in terms of defense in the last couple of years, it is massive. Newcastle, their right back, their full back, now from Chelsea, they get their education from Chelsea. You understand? So a lot of players they like that, maybe say, don't come out from the Chelsea setup in terms of defense. But I just hope say a player like George Ashimpong now go get a pathway for Chelsea. Be say when he don't do good things like this in 1 season, in 2 season time, Chelsea go they sell him because they don't get a pathway for this boy to enter the senior team. Because with what I see, me personally, I did very impressed with how he performed against a team like Crystal Palace and a quality striker like Matete. And this one they come from Ogato Sin. Talk say the Super Eagles need fresh blood like Tosin. Hopefully NFF go do their work and we go get a player like Tosin in the door. So real quick, when we move from Chelsea game, before we go move from the Chelsea game, I got my real quick. What's your prediction for the match in terms of scoreline?
I don't want throw West Ham under the bus. I know it will be a tough game for them because in as much as they play to their best at this point, losing against Sunderland was a very huge one. I don't know, but let's just say I think Chelsea have enough to win 3-0.
3-0 from you, Oga Mike. My brother, Oga Elda, what do you predict for that match?
I'll give West Ham 1 goal, 3-1.
3-1 to Chelsea.
Make it not be like say we just threw away the West Ham like that. I say it not be anything.
This was proud set piece, I mean.
Well, me, I be the one go with 3, but since I don't go with 3, I go with 4 because I think say this one it fits. Serious. We fit see a bashing because also with the response of Maresca come like I want to deal with these guys. Make an attack. So I think with the amount of offensive players which Chelsea gets inside the lineup, Chelsea won't go at that defense from the blast of the ref.
Attack. If you see the lineup now, attack.
Exactly.
And putting Jamie Gittins on the bench is another statement from Maresca that once I put you in the game, once you are in my starting 11, you have to show something. The last game against Crystal Palace, Gittins was actually brought into Chelsea to unlock those stubborn defense because of his creativity, his pace, his 1v1, his ability to break down defense with his dribbles and everything. But this guy just come to the Premier League. He never really gets that confidence yet. I know say he will need time. I know maybe it was too early for him to start. But still, I hope this will not derail his confidence. Because that was
I just hope that they will bring him in later in the game. Bring him in later in the game.
I know say when Jadon Sancho come Chelsea, he started well, first 1-2 games. At some point, every password that they give him, it always they look back. Every password they give him.
I bet you feel leave Jadon Sancho. You feel your liver.
So the confidence actually drops. So let's hope that Jamie Gittins, this is just like in learning curve. He's still a young player, 2021, still a young player. He's still developing, and this hopefully he will learn a lot from João Pedro today, who starts ahead of him, in this game against West Ham. So Chelsea is going to win.
Okay.
I beg, no compare Gittins to Sancho. Sancho no need anything to drop. No need anything to drop in confidence. In confidence, it drop on its own. If you don't
as a Manchester United fan, you don't understand that more than Chelsea.
If confidence they drop on its own, you don't need anything to happen to him for your confidence to drop. It just drop by itself.
Yeah. So it is what it is in football.
No be like. So, but make we move on. Make we move on of Chelsea. We don't spend almost 30 minutes or so, or 25 minutes or so.
Caicedo will be the captain over Enzo. Very, very shocking.
Wow.
Interesting one. What thing that happened with Enzo? Is there anything
some
happening?
serious statement?
In the last game. His quality really, really dropped in the last game. They didn't really show. Maybe it was played out of position, I guess, but it was very, very poor. That was one of his poorest game in a very long time. So it may be an internal something. I don't know, but I hope Maresca actually handles this well.
Okay. Make we hear from you, Oga Elder. Manchester United, Fulham. People they expect say Man U could also bounce back from this game after the defeat to Arsenal for Old Trafford. Some people they expect to see Manchester United attack high flying. Some people see very, very good things from the likes of Brian Mbeumo, Mateus Cunha for that game against Arsenal. How the Manchester United counter attack they thrive. Some people also see poor finishing with some of the chances where Manchester United get. We know say credit to Arsenal and their goalkeeper David Raya, because he actually do fantastic saves to keep that game at 1-0, and as people they talk 1-0 to the Arsenal. But make we hear from you, Oga Elder. Manchester United versus Fulham. What thing you expect for that game? Which areas you think say Manchester United need to improve with what you see against Arsenal? Second game of the season for Man U.
All I need for Man U, or what I would expect from Manchester United, would be reaction. Like Ruben Amorim don't talk. Yeah, it is not about the performance against Arsenal. It's about keeping that performance, consistency. You don't have to come below what you don't perform against Arsenal. If for anything at all, you just have to add on top of it. So the improvement what I will see with what I expect with Manchester United now in the final third. I hope that somebody has to come in as a striker. If Benjamin, I believe, say Benjamin Sesko don't get 1 week of training, so he's supposed to by now understand what is demanded of him in that final third. Because if you watch out for against Arsenal, if you watch Manchester United against Arsenal, there were so many times where what's this called? What did they call him? Dogu and Mbeumo hold ball, and there was nobody, not one person in the center, in the 18-yard box, not even one person. And I felt like that position was left to Mateus Cunha to be able to run into, but they're a midfield player, so maybe instinct, they let them know, say you have to move into those places. And then when they bring Sesko, I begin see him say, at least for once we feel play ball inside Arsenal 18-yard box where we didn't get penalty shout. So so that is the only expectation where they get right now for Manchester United. Keep the consistency and also bring in a striker who will actually enable the wingers to play ball, enter inside the midfield. A situation where they cannot walk their way into the 18-yard box, then they can square play into those places. And like the likes of Mason Mount, the likes of Mason Mount, Mbeumo, Mateus Cunha, Bruno Fernandes can actually be very instrumental if they get striker, if he drag defender go back. So that's what I expect from them. I just expect that they are able to work on the final third, and hopefully they will be getting goals here.
Okay. Talking about the number 9 position, you'd expect to see Benjamin Sesko starting that game against Fulham.
Of course. See, this is this is a make or match season for Ruben Amorim. It is the season where he either gets it right or he says goodbye. Because now a number 9 is very essential. This guy just they come back from injury. What's it mean? This Holland guy, the Dutch guy, he just they come back from injury. Zegzi, he's just they come back from injury. Then we have Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko is among some of the tallest players in the league right now. So I don't see any reason why he should not be playing against Fulham. With the teams where we see Fulham, Craven Cottage has become a difficult place for Manchester United in recent times. So we need to go there and make a statement. It has to be something that Manchester United needs to go there and be on the front foot. Because if we can play Arsenal in such a manner, that's about the best, one of the best team in the league. If we can play Arsenal in such a manner, peg them back, then we should be able to have a say. Like, even if Fulham decides to park the bus or maybe play that the low block or whatever that they call them, decide to stay back and all of that. At the end of the day, Ruben Amorim have a player right now in the mode of Matheus Cunha and Messi Mount, where fit create the 1-2 touch passes to open up that defense. So I don't see anything. I don't see any reason why Manchester United should be finding it difficult at creating chances and scoring goals with the likes of Benjamin Sesko in the middle of that final third. I don't see the reason why Manchester United should not be scoring goals.
All right, now we're talking about Fulham. I like when we talk about our Nigeria brothers where they play for Fulham, the likes of Alex Iwobi, the likes of Calvin Bassey. Calvin Bassey actually gets a very good game for Fulham first game of the season when, the media have been talking about him trunk, where him they draw him trunk reach, and how in they play ball without the trunk, the trunk there for that place where he waste. So, but okay, Mike, we'll get your thoughts first because we know see Alex Iwobi last season one of the most important players for that Fulham team. He performed excellently well in terms of the goal contribution, in terms of the chance when he creates, in terms of an assist. And we know, say, Calvin Bassey also don't grow into this Fulham defense, and one of the mainstay for that defense, one of the important guys, one of the people where they make sure say the defense strong kakaraka. How do they see the battle way go there between the likes of Calvin Bassey and Benjamin Sesko, and also the work when Alex Iwobi go need to do for this Fulham team if they go get a result against this Manchester United side where they wounded after the defeat to Arsenal.
All right, let me start with Calvin Bassey. He's a player who come from Ajax. Majority of people were expecting him to go to a bigger club, but him from Fulham. Now, he has actually settled in quickly into the Premier League and into the Fulham team. Even last season, he was one of their best players defensively there, at Fulham. Very, very good player. Maybe he go need to the drawing shots up most of the time. Maybe he get big waist. But he's a very, very good player, very physical, both aerially and on ground dwells as well. I think the battle between him and Sesko will be a tough one. Now, Sesko is coming into the Premier League. The first game he had like 15-20 minutes against, I don't know if it's up to 20 minutes or 15 minutes against Arsenal. But that was a very difficult game from him. You don't expect him to quickly settle into the game. But it happened. But that was a very, very difficult one for him. But going into this Fulham game, Fulham are a very unpredictable side. Fulham not team where we say when you expect them to lose, they go win. When you expect them to win, they go lose. That's the kind of team Fulham be, and they are very, very strong at home. You cannot go to Craven Cottage and expect to have it easy. If you go Craven Cottage and expect say you get all 3 points like that, it's not an easy feat, especially for Manchester United. You see what it took for Chelsea to win their last season. During the last 5 games of the season, it was very hard, and if not for the goal from Pedro Neto, it would have been very, very difficult for Chelsea even to qualify for Champions, because that match was the make match. That particular match against Fulham was when Chelsea actually stepped up, and picked up from there. But that being said, Fulham will give Manchester United problems. Yeah, they're not going to have it easy. Fulham, Muniz is still there. They kept the core of their team. They've not actually sold too much players this summer. And they are going to do well against Manchester United. But I think Manchester United have everything it takes to win the game. It's not going to be a game of too many goals. It's not going to be a game where Manchester United will win convincingly. It's not going to be a game where Manchester United will have it easy. For Benjamin Sesko going into that game, he has to give Manchester United fans a glimpse of what they should expect from him going into the season. Because you are coming from Leipzig in the German league, which you scored 13 goals last season. That was average for a striker of your quality. Now, coming to Premier League with such amount of money, up to 85 million pounds, euros paid for you, you are coming with so much reputation and you have to deliver. This is not the time for Manchester United strikers to say they need time to actually gel and understand the team, for them to start thriving, for them to start playing well. Because the likes of Højlund was given time, the likes of Zexi was given time. Højlund came in 2023, Zexi came last season. Manchester United is not the kind of team because if they need time, they would have gone for younger players. Why go for Mbeumo and Cunha? That's to show that this is the time for them to start. They need just to start on a very, very strong foot, because if you need time, go for experience and players where the Premier League proven. So these guys understand the Premier League already. They know what it takes to win games. They know what it takes to score goals. And for a team like Manchester United, Ruben Amorim have to do everything possible to win. All right, winning is the culture right now in Manchester United. Gone are the days where Ipswich go to beat Man U. Gone are the days where the likes of smaller teams go to beat Manchester United. This season has to be different. When Manchester United dropped silly points last season from different positions, even from winning positions, the likes of Bournemouth, they beat them anyhow. So you need to start, and you need to start well. The minimum expectation for this game is a win for Manchester United. And I see a very, very close score. It might be 2-1 victory for Manchester United.
Okay. Good one from you, Oga Mike. Make we hear from you, Oga Elder, in terms of your score prediction. What will be your score prediction for the match?
We've not been having it easy going to Craven Cottage. In recent times, no be easy game. It's never been an easy game for Manchester United. But when you look at the jump where Manchester United don't do from Alejandro Garnacho, from Anthony, from all of these players who get for our front then, to Mbeumo, to Matheus Cunha, players that
but like I said, we lost my brother, but him they talk about the new signings where Manchester United be done bring in. Hopefully we go get Oga Elder back with us. It just the experience 1 or 2 connectivity wahala. But going into that game for Manchester United, make I talk about my own prediction. Me personally, I expect my Niger boys to shine. I go support my Niger boys where they play for Fulham. I go support my Arsenal boys where they play for Fulham. The likes of Emmy Smith-Rowe, the likes of Alex Iwobi too, where the ex-Arsenal boy. Once a gunner, always a gunner. So me personally, I just believe say Fulham fit at least get a 1-1 draw for that game. But overall, if I want to be very honest with you, I think Manchester United fit win because their very first performance against Arsenal, they're very impressive. He impressed me well. I like what I see. I see a team where they, willing to attack, a team where they're willing to take the fights to their opposition, to their opponents. So I expect a very entertaining game against Fulham. But like Oga Elder be the talk, Craven Cottage, they're difficult for Manchester United in recent times. I think last season they win for their 1-0. So I expect say the game go there, it could also be a very close game. Now why I be predict a 1-1 draw or Manchester United go win 1-0. I need to expect to see plenty goals for that game because I think that game go there, it could be a very tough encounter between two teams when go fight hard for that 3 points. But make we move on. Hopefully till when we will get Oga Elder back, make you give us a prediction to Manchester City versus Tottenham. One game where I could talk, say one of the interesting games to watch out for this weekend. That game, I think, early kickoff on Saturday. I think good thing said the Saturday won't start with a game where we go see attacking football from both sides, a game where we go see flair, a game where we go see goals potentially, because that game between Manchester City and Tottenham, now games when they did filled with goals. I think one of the encounters last season get 4 goals or so. The one with Tottenham win. If you look their last 10 games, Tottenham don't win 5, Man City don't win 4, and they don't draw 1. That's to tell you, say the battle has been very close between these two teams in recent times. Okay, Mike, going into that game, Tottenham get a new manager in Thomas Frank. They start their first game of the season high flying with 3 points. Good goal from Richarlison, good assist from Mohamed Kudus. one of the players where they, very interesting. I think he could potentially be one of the big signings of this season. Our own Ghanaian brother, Black Stars of Ghana, attacking midfielder Mohamed Kudus. How you they see that game, Oga Mike? You think, say, we go see a game filled with goals? You think, say, we go see a very entertaining match? And which team you they lean towards, you believe, say, go win the game?
Yeah, for that Tottenham against Manchester City, first of all, everybody where they underrate Tottenham, you have to take that mentality off your head now. Because Thomas Frank coming into the team, they bring a different mentality. He's not coming under severe pressure. This not the manager where don't win several trophies before coming to Tottenham Hotspur. Now take a look at Tottenham Hotspur signing this season. You go see strategic signings. You see the likes of Poniha from Bayern Munich, right? That's experience. He's over 30 years old. Yeah, I think he's 30 years old right now. He has experience in the Premier League. You see the likes of Mohamed Kudus. He has Premier League experience and he's a very, very good. See, he's the best player in West Ham with Bowen. Very, very good player who came into the Tottenham team to improve the team. Now they've actually the likes of Martin Stell, who was on loan last season, they're not making deal permanent. And the likes of Richarlison is back from injuries that he suffered last season most of the time. So Tottenham Hotspur this season will be a different team. You know Thomas Frank, when it comes to playing Manchester City and when it comes to playing those big sides, he no degree at all. You know how Thomas Frank beat defensively when he was coaching Brentford. Very, very good manager defensively. Now, for Tottenham, they are going to take the game to Manchester City. I don't think they have that confidence coming from the last 3-0 victory against Burnley. The 2 assists from Kudus and 2 goals from Richarlison and 1 goal from Brendan Johnson as well. So Tottenham has everything to hurt Manchester City. That's for a fact. Tottenham has everything to hurt Manchester City. Why for Manchester City, a club that understands how to win these games, a club that with the imprint of Pep Guardiola, you expect them to take Tottenham Hotspur to the cleaners, but they won't have it easy. They started high flying. Tijani Reina scored. Haaland scored 2 goals. Czechia is scoring again. And see, Manchester City have everything in attack. See, they're a team that understands how to score goals, but the only worry for this Manchester City side is the defense. The defense are over 30, 29, 28, 30, 29. They're getting aged. And they've already let the likes of Kyle Walker leave and a very experienced player leave the squad. The only problem in that squad right now is the defense. And if you watch Manchester City this summer, they've always concentrated on the attack and the midfield. Tijani Redders, Czechia, they bring the likes of those attackers into the team, but they have not, apart from Heinz Nuri, they have not signed anything in that defense.
And himself, now very offensive player, will not be really classify him.
Defensively, they're too reliable like that. So, I expect Tottenham Hotspur to score. Tottenham Hotspur will score. Manchester City will score. So both teams to score most definitely. But now it now remains the scoreline. I don't see Manchester City having it easy. And I don't see them winning outrightly. So it will be a very, very close one. If Manchester City won't win, it don't go past 1 goal. But I'm seeing a draw here. I'm seeing a draw here against Tottenham.
I think me and you, they see eye to eye with respect to the scoreline for that game. Because my expectation, like I've been talk from the start, Oga Mike, before I've been to ask you the questions, I expect to see attacking football from both sides. And like you talk for people where they put, when they do 1 or 2 investment during the weekend, I think that game now a short BTS game and a good game, a good game to enter into the goal market, because historically both teams they score plenty when then they face each other. So like you talk, I expect to see a 1-1 or 2-2 draw for that game, or if anybody could get the upper hand, go do more than 1 goal. But before we talk all those ones, Oga Eda just rectify that 1 or 2 kata where they happen with respect to technology. We know say they affected all of us a lot of times. Oga Eda, good to get you back. Maybe we get your Man United prediction. But like you won't dodge that part of the show, we go put you back on the spot. We don't forget that one. We go put you back on the spot before we go hear from you, what do you expect from Man City, Tottenham?
Tottenham, Man City. I believe Tottenham get everything to win that game. Yeah, Pep Guardiola has done well with his midfield, but I know if you say like my brother here talk, I know if you say they get that defense, we go feel actually hold Tottenham. See, Thomas Frank is a tactically aware coach. But I know they see him. I'm seeing Tottenham run away 2-1 or 3-2 with the game. Yes, I'm seeing some. I see goal for investors now go normally, but I'm seeing Tottenham taking the day. Yeah.
Okay. So, but what will be your prediction for Man U? Okay, Mike, I think you see this thing where they talk. I ask him about Man U. He dodge him, use Man City to take enter him. Okay, I know they forget this one. What will be your prediction for Man U match? We won't put you on the spot.
I believe the defense were this time around. I'm looking at a 2-0.
A 2-0 victory for Man U.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, but make we go Arsenal. Make I talk about my club because I know go be like bus conductor. We go put people for motor. I'll come. I know not be bus conductor. Agberu. We go put people for motor. I'll come use leg. Begin there. I can't go that same place where I don't load people for bus. So, but about Arsenal, Leeds United. First, I go talk say we carry the result come up from Manchester United because 3-point short pass. We give Manchester United the performance trophy, make them take performance trophy. We carry result trophy go
3 points.
Yeah, exactly. Many a times themselves don't beat us plenty times when we perform pass, but them go just come beat us. The one when many Arsenal fans go remember when paying people pass that 3-1 victory. They got save anything possible. Valencia, they among people who score for that match. They got save everything possible for that match. Arsenal lose the game. Arsenal, if you check out possession, shot on target, number of shots, everything, Arsenal get them. But the one way important pass will be the score line. Now, man, you can't get them. So them save back, don't do us this kind of matter. So it good say we save, don't do them back. At least make their mind still calm down. But going into the game with Leeds United, I think this is now an opportunity for us to see Arsenal kind of football, for us to see good football, quality football, free-flowing football. We they play at home, with our fans behind us. We expect hopefully to also unveil a player like Eberechi Eze. The king is coming to the Emirates. So I expect to see Arsenal to be, high flying for that game, okay, Mike. I expect to see goals. I expect to see this thing for that game against Leeds United. I expect to see, Starboy Bukayo Saka to score, go hold the corner flag. So going into that game, I expect to see Arsenal at least to score a minimum of 3 goals for that game and to get all 3 points. And to do them in style, also keep clean sheet, because I think one of the things that really affect us last season are the fact that we know they close out games. A lot of games when we there for winning positions, we they let teams they come back into the game. When we go score 1 goal, small time we just relax, like say we don't do 4-0 up. But that 1 goal, and we know how football there. 1 goal lead, no be better seriously. They're very, very vulnerable. One small mistake, your opponent don't score you 1-1. They don't go defensive shape. That time you can't they go begin battle. They fight tooth and nail to go score them again. So I expect to see my team against Leeds United. When we score 1 goal, make we do like say we need even a win. Make we go for the second goal, get them. Go for the third goal, get them. If possible, 4th one, 5th one, that kind of ruthlessness. Now I want to see from this Arsenal team against Leeds United. And hopefully we go see a player like Eze coming into the team, because player like Gabriel Martinelli, he don't frustrate many Arsenal fans. Many Arsenal fans don't shout, tire for Martinelli matter. And a good thing, say we don't see players will go come in and go tell Martinelli, say, oh boy, go sit down for bench small. Make you watch, make you look with your korokoro eye how you supposed to do this thing. Because player go carry ball, face defender, opposition defender, one-on-one, Mike. He go do the ball. The ball go corner kick line. Or he go do and they will collect the ball for his leg. So Martinelli, that thing when they do sometimes, Arsenal fans go to ask, this guy now really samba boy you be, because a Brazilian footballer would expect when you do 1v1, that defender supposed to shout, I beg you, gonna call help me. Make una come
Anthony for Man U come.
that one na Martinelli family member. Now the same kind of thing that they do. But you know, funny enough, when Anthony come even go Ray Betis, he performed well. He shows stuff when they made up. So for me, I think maybe when Martinelli
to show you the level of Premier League. That's to show you the level of Premier League.
True talk. Maybe when Martinelli could go another club,
Anthony starts well for Premier League. I think he scored in the first 3 games.
He scored against Arsenal now.
Yes,
the first game against Arsenal, he scored.
When he comes out to do his thing,
one thing where you go observe, you say, if you don't watch Premier League for a long time, if you see who go perform, you go know. Even when Anthony did score, I still they tell you, say, I no trust this boy. Say, this boy I no trust her, because I know any player where they play with emotion, any player where they play football with emotion, once he gets frustrated, they hard them to perform. And that was what happened with Anthony. The minute where all those things where he do for Holland no begin work, he got frustrated.
Do you know one thing you will get from sorry to cut you? Do you know one thing you will get from Martinelli that you will hardly get from Eze is that defensive ability to track back? And that's one thing Arsenal benefits from having Martinelli in the team. And also Bukayo Saka is very, very good defensively as well on the other side.
But Mike, if I go come in there, Mike, sorry, if I go come in there, with respect to Eze, watch at the eye in the play for Crystal Palace now. He also they willing to do the defensive work.
Now which I want to talk. I want to be waiting talk. I want to talk.
Eze no be that kind of player. If not, he not going to be the play 8, Mike. Because imagine say you the play as a number 8, you don't want track back. Your midfield go suffer now. You understand? But now why you say anytime when he also drop inside as a number 8 or as a number 10, their midfield for Crystal Palace, they compact, because as in they walk, what was his name? The other English boy, Watson. That one they walk. Yeah, that one they walk. The other person they walk.
Hooks, Hooks. Wait till that one Hooks,
yeah. Hooks too. All of them they walk. So if in a situation where we say, in the play as a passenger, he not go fit the work. So I think that's also one of the reasons why Mikel Arteta also okay the transfer, because Arteta, we know Arteta now. Any player we not ready to do defensive duty, Arteta go carry money, go sign that. I lie.
It's a get fantastic. See, Arsenal signed they get the best transfer for Eze. Like, he's the best player where Arsenal signed this summer window. Now the best player. He gives Arsenal everything. He's good value for the money where Arsenal pay. And I tell you, say, a friend of mine called me, say, Abi, you dey talk, say Arsenal no get upgrade. I dey wait you to analyze Eze. I was like, no worry, we don't get player. When I don't get player, no worry, we don't get player, because it's good value for money. He gives you the defensive work, he gives you the offensive work, and he gives you that flair that comes with playing as an African player. He gives you that flair.
I got Elder. You say this thing when you talk about Eze. Me and you just see eye to eye. You'll be like, I was on a stream one day when we talk about Eze. Now pure Arsenal lineup on the stream. We gotta talk about Eze. I can't tell them, say Eze for me as a Nigerian, as person when start to watch African football early. Eze for me give me the vibe of the old African number 10, the way the typical African number 10 they play football. Now so Eze they play. We all did this stream. We remember the likes of Wisin Oruma. Eze is a player like them, the Wisin Oruma. The player like them JJ Okocha, but we know say they as flamboyant as them JJ, you understand? But that national African number 10 where they won't play with flair, where you go, you go as a fan, go watch for stadium, you go say that midfielder we play for this team. We play for that team where we are red jersey, that they are number 10. It's a big play ball. Now that can play and not SAB, because they ask him on one of the interviews, say, why you they play like this? He say him they do it because make the fan we come watch game, enjoy football. And then one of the things when we also done the lack for African football nowadays, and not be just African football, now with the way the game in general don't evolve. Most managers now don't want a number 10 again. Most of them want a number 8. They want to make you they work. Then a lot of them don't want to give any player freedom. So, and we know, say this kind of number 10s, they like play with their freedom. And this is also one question mark where many people get with Eze move to Arsenal. Arteta go give this boy freedom to play as a flair player. That's one big question mark where many of us they wait to see. Because a player like Eze, can't sign a player like Eze, can't clip in wings. No can like this boy. Play with freedom. You're not going to enjoy football. You understand? A player like Eze, you go give him that room to express himself, because that now one concern. Arteta team, in offensive players, they play with that freedom. They get Arteta coach, I'll call him, the team rely too much on system, but sometimes we don't say, yes, system good, but let's see instinct sometimes. Let's see that magic when player just pull them from his heart once players don't go expect them. That now more the style of Arsene Wenger in terms of a coach. Arsene Wenger now a coach will not to rely too much on too many tactics. They give the players too many tactics. Go inside the field, you do small tactics, go inside the field, express yourself. But a player,
enjoy football,
like Arteta,
enjoy
exactly.
it.
A manager like Arteta now, he relies so much on system, but I just the hope, say, in don't say I'm say at the end of the not only system, you need magic, you need flair, because some kind of games, when system, system don't everywhere don't tie apart, system no work again. Now players like Eze, you need
somebody has to maneuver.
Exactly, maneuver and do that moment of brilliance and win you the 3 points, or win you qualification to the next round. So I just the hope make Arteta know can't be the problem where these Arsenal players will get. Allow these signings where you decide now, use them to their strengths. No come begin to turn them to what they no be. Can they, coach every pass, coach every sequence. No, a player like Eze, as you sign up, we know say you get what you want from the player, but allow this player also express himself for inside field. That's one of my concerns for Mikel Arteta and Eze. But I don't say we will talk about Arsenal Leeds before we don't digress. So I think Oga Mike, we will talk about waiting to expect for that game, Arsenal and Leeds United.
Yeah, Arsenal should take Leeds to the cleaners. I don't think in that game where we really give Arsenal so much problems. I think Arsenal has all it takes, to win that game. Remember, the first game was not a befitting performance for the kind of Arsenal where we know. All right, now going into the Leeds game, Arsenal will be playing at home. This is not the time for Victor Gyökeres to actually come into the team and show his quality. The first match was an outright disaster for him. But yes, we understand the injuries will come into the Premier League. He hasn't really understand the Premier League just yet. But still, playing at home in front of the fans will give him enough confidence, to boost his scoring ability, or to for him to actually score against Leeds. This Leeds game is coming at the right time for him, because Leeds not the kind of team where go hurt you. Yes, they played well against Everton and they won that game towards the end of the game, but still, I don't think they have enough quality to hurt Arsenal. I think it's going to be a very high scoring game for Arsenal, because Arsenal is going to win convincingly. Now the Eze coming into the team now will boost the confidence of so many players in the Arsenal attack. The likes of Martinelli go one step up, go one show say, I still be the number one winger for this team and all of that. And having won the first game against Manchester United, that is a big boost already. That's a big boost already for this Arsenal team. Now, Arsenal against Leeds, I don't see Leeds doing anything to hurt this Arsenal team. I don't see Leeds giving Arsenal a run for their money. I don't see Leeds making it so difficult for Arsenal at the Emirates. But that being said, I see Arsenal winning and winning well. I see goals from this Arsenal's attack. I see goals from the top 9. I think Gyökeres is going to open his accounts with this game. I see Bukayo Saka also scoring in this game. And I see a goal first here. I don't know whether I give my prediction, but I see a goal first.
Just drop your prediction as the out.
Arsenal fans, I've been one of those, but when I take her like that, I don't put it on the spot. I see a 3-0 victory for Arsenal.
3-0 for Arsenal. Okay, make we hear from you, Oga Elder. What's be your prediction for that game? How you think the game could be for Arsenal, Oga Elder?
Victor Gyökeres won't open an account. Victor Gyökeres won't open an account. He won't score. Arsenal will beat Leeds. Arsenal figure them 3-4-0. Because they go beat Leeds. They will beat Leeds well.
Okay.
They go
I know they
Yeah.
give Leeds. I know
Me,
they give Leeds chance. I know they give
I
Leeds any chance.
I
They'll beat them.
totally agree with you, but Ogato seem to be the voice of reason. Yes, they make we not just go look Leeds United less. Yes, they be good team, but Arsenal go they too much for them in
They
my
no go
opinion.
shock.
And
They no go shock
Nothing for
Arsenal.
quality. They know they close. They know
and
they
me,
close.
No fit. They no fit do am.
Arsenal no be their mate. Arsenal no be their mate. But yet again, now football, anything go happen. Anything can happen. But Arsenal really need to go there and show they say they one time. But before we go wrap up the show, real quick, maybe we just talk about because we know say the Chelsea game done in here. Before we go wrap up, real quick, the game on Monday night could be a very interesting one. Newcastle United versus Liverpool. We see all the katakata where they happen between Alexander Isak and Liverpool, and now the two teams in done the jam. Okay, Mike, real quick, what will be your thoughts for that game and all the the off-field issue where they associated with that encounter? Just touch everywhere, real quick.
Okay, that game, a game of statements, a game of to show something. Meaning, say, you beat me, win the Carabao Cup, right?
Mm.
Me, I will settle your player 1-1.
Mm.
We are going to start from there. Now it will be a very significant fixture because Alexander Isak and this Liverpool matter. And imagine this kind of fixture they come at the start of the season where the transfer window still they open. You don't unsettle their best player already, and that player say you know what play for them again, you won't play for Liverpool. Now they're like wounded lion at this point. They vex.
True.
Newcastle fans are angry. The first match they're supposed to win that match against Aston Villa. Adibin Isak was in the team because Aston Villa played badly. Newcastle play badly as well, because the two teams, they are striking force, nothing they did at all. So it's going to be a very hard one because Newcastle no go agree for Liverpool. It's in a fight to finish. Liverpool has all the quality to defeat this Newcastle side, but it's not going to be easy. Now, the game will be won in the midfield. Newcastle have quality midfield. Sandro Tonali, what's the guy's name? The Brazilian and
Guimaraes
and the other one as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very, very tough fight in the midfield. Gravenberch should be coming back in this game. If I'm wrong, somebody corrects me. Gravenberch,
hopefully good day back.
Yes, he was suspended. Gravenberch should be back, and the other players as well. Now, Florian Wirtz didn't start well in the first game. That game against Bournemouth, it was too physical for him. Coming into the Premier League against a Bournemouth side where they're very, very mobile and very versatile and very, very, hard not to crack. He not really show anything in that game. Now, this is another game for the striker Ekitike to show, say, I be the main striker here. No need to get Isak. 2 games, 2 goals for Liverpool. If he scores in this game, Liverpool might be looking away from Isak. That's just my thoughts. I don't know what you all think, but still, I think it's a very, very good start for him coming into the Premier League. I see goals, but not too many goals.
Okay.
All right. I see goals, but not too many goals. It will be difficult to get a goal from Newcastle because of their attack. Newcastle play a kind of football, say now their striker, they always get them that goal. Goals when they come into from the midfield and the defense. That their striker, they're too dependent on that striking force where they get, they go work everything, give them go score. Both for transition or both for playing in the half spaces or everything. Newcastle are good. Now, man, no waste too much time because of time. I will predict a 1-1 draw.
Okay. Okay, Elder, how you see that game? With respect, also touch the the off-field issue where they happen, where they involved for this matter.
The game where what's his name? I've been waiting behind Howie. Yeah. The Newcastle coach, Eddie Howe. See, the game now where Eddie Howe supposed to make statements. It's a game where Eddie Howe would like to show Isak, say, Newcastle, they're very good with you, but also Newcastle can do without you. See, because they look like Eddie Howe has been Eddie Howe, they be like who they cow somehow. because all of the statements about I want him here, I want him here, we would love to have him here on Monday, but nah. A player we don't tell you say no one play for you again. Whether you get contract with you, that player is unsettled already. That player does not desire to play, to be in your team already. As a coach, your first instinct now to look at ways to play a football where no go accommodate that guy anymore. Because it can't be like say Newcastle today at the mercy of Isak. Now what they look like? Isak, the boy don't hold them for ransom. You get, and them they are not looking at moving on. But if you see that game now, I feel saying a game where the house supposed make statements, but how the matter don't take be say the house don't use the hand, don't they make and look like say without Isak, Newcastle no fit really play ball. Where we say he gets some really good midfielders where he partner with all the ones that way they up. What if that other boy name? There is this guy where they partner with Isak that time. I know they still remember their names like that until I watched it.
Anthony Gordon.
Tony Gordon and one black boy where they play from side. Now I don't forget his name. Anthony Gordon and that black boy. So now Newcastle supposed to get away. That thing where that striker they do there, let them put somebody for there where go walk am, where they go work for too. Because I agree with what Oga Mike talk. Say Newcastle they always work for their striker. Everything where they do, the end product is for the striker to score the goal. So for me, you cannot just model your football around just one man. It is a very big problem. So going into this game, Liverpool already get upper hand. Even if Newcastle get players in the midfield, we go run Liverpool down. Liverpool already get upper hand mentally, and Slot is coming into that game very confident. Liverpool is going into that game very confident. Newcastle is going to the game knowing that we supposed to get one man, we supposed to come play for us. We know they here. If like say Newcastle said don't first get excuse if they lose the match. They don't first they get excuse. So I'm looking at Liverpool taking it away from them. Unless Eddie Howe decides to pull a magic. But if you see body language, we're there for that team now. No, they don't feel answer Liverpool. Because Liverpool players, they come back. Ekitike first game was excellent for me. A player away from Germany just scored his first Premier League game. Yes, it was excellent. He played. I love this link up play. I like how they hold up. I like how he pull in, and I like how they request the ball. I like how he pull defenders apart. How they ask for the ball to come. That is to show you that this boy won't play ball. And Ekitike has statements to make. We don't need another striker. I am here to do the job. Liverpool get upper hand. Liverpool will beat them 2-0. Liverpool get upper hand.
Okay. I agree with your point. Okay, Elder. For me, I think say Newcastle don't find a way to let this guy go, because some players for inside the team self go down also they talk say this guy not the more important than this entire team.
That means
at the end of the day, if they leave you, if they give you Isak the ball, face this Liverpool team, for example, or face a team when they complete with 11, only if it beat them. So yes, he's a fantastic player, he's a good player, he's a player where the coach supposed to do for their team. But I just think say the club don't let him go and find a replacement, carry the money, reinvest the money for inside their team. But
not be say that the price are peanut too, then they bring better money.
Exactly. Now this point where you make now, one of my guys they make say, especially the fact that Liverpool won't give them a good fee for this player. They don't supposed to tell the player. And for me, I think they played themselves from the very start. Before agree the fee, collect the money, sign Ekitike, Isak, go Liverpool, then get Ekitike, everybody move on. You understand? Simple as that. All these katakata where they happen now for not they happen again.
New money, nine do Liverpool and 9 do Newcastle, new money.
Exactly. They want to say they be big club, but
exactly.
They just get money. They be like,
they just get the
get money, no can't get power.
Yes, now new money now shake them. So new money shake them because they want go to measure hand with established clubs like Liverpool. No, you don't do that now. Liverpool is a very big club. Liverpool is a very big club where we say you with your money, if they follow you enter a race to sign a player, now you go lose. Because now this club, they have a name. There's a pedigree with the club. This club, you never took the way they win Champions League. They just win Premier League last season. Yeah, wait till you won't follow them drag for.
Now you won't follow drag.
Wait till you won't follow them drag for. Even Man you wake up 15th go win you. If you follow the entire race, they go beat you.
Man, you beat them now. Man, you not beat them for Sesco.
Well, then, no, I don't even count them because that one they're going to play. They were joking with themselves.
So, but I think it's been a fantastic stream. I want to thank my brothers for joining me on this one. The show just very interactive. Just be like, tell me the show no end, but we know say all of us on the stream we get work to do after the Chelsea game. So make we go relax more. But everybody will come on the show today. I got to see everybody will leave us a message. And wherever you watch us from, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, we did throw a salute, we did greet you. Without you, this show no go be success. But make I put my brothers them up on stage now, make them tell on where they fit locate them, and make una also as now they show this channel love, make una also go do the same thing with their channel and on their pages too. But okay, Mike, make I start with you first. Where country people will locate you on the different social media platform?
Yeah, on YouTube, Mike Way Kicks, on Facebook, Mike Way Kicks, on Instagram, Mike Way _Kicks, and on TikTok, Mike Way Kicks _.
Yes, my people, on I don't hear we are not go fit locate Oga Mike outside of the channel. Oga Mike now one of the people where we say right from day one, in they always they support the work what we they do. Now when him also don't start his own, we go also they support the one when they do, and they also the show face for Oga Mike channel. So we're gonna check out the Ogbonge work when they do. And Oga Elda, our Ogbonge person, our correct person, make we pull them up on stage, making tell on yeah, on go fit locate them.
Yes, on Instagram, Man United Elder TV, on YouTube, Man United Elder TV, but on TikTok it is Elder Football TV.
Yes, my people. Another year from Oga Elder, we on a fit locate time. Na very Ogbonge person. We're gonna also they check out in channel. As soon as Oga Elder start to do live stream too. And I go also see my face. I go also there in channel. I go also they go there. They go drop my one kobo for all the topic we Oga Elder also they do for in channel. But it's been a fantastic one. We know say games plenty this weekend. As you also they enjoy the game, do them in the safe way. And you also, for those people will be say that they put 1 or 2 investment, bet responsibly, no go carry any money, we get any important thing take put for inside the betting industry, because nobody you go right result. Now only forecast, you go forecast, only predict, you go predict. And anything we don't predict for inside this show, no carry go anywhere, go to say, short game, nothing sure for inside the betting industry, because football, anything happens. So as you bet, as you enjoy the games, enjoy responsibly. But it's been a fantastic one, my people. I remain on Aloya Boy Akbos. Monday night, we go there here live to come talk about, I think since the Liverpool game, go there for 8 o'clock, Monday, 6 p.m. Hopefully, we go there to come talk about all the things we happen during the weekend. Hopefully, we go forget Oga Mike, we'll forget Oga Elder if they're free on that stream. But my people, we're gonna enjoy the rest of our day. We're gonna enjoy the Chelsea game, which will happen in about a few minutes from now. And hopefully after that game, I will do 1 or 2 videos where I will talk about what I see for inside the match. But my people, we're gonna enjoy on our weekend. I don't come up for studio. Oga Mike, Oga Elder, they throw a salute on Baba, my people.